Guys, I know you're there. I know you're there. And today, well, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I'm probably going to be like doing a nice big old live stream here at, I guess this is Camp Icarus. This is where all the new players are, and also where all the puny creatures are. We got to kill like 4,000 of these things. 4,250 something. It's going to take us a while. But here we go. Well, you know what? Here we are right here with our little scanny thing. Now I'm going to go ahead and break out this baby right here. Hopefully we'll get something good. Now I have a few things lined up to talk about today, such as is Entropia Universe Gambling. That's a pretty big one. And just a big shout out to Mr. Serial Overdrive. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm name dropping Serial Overdrive. He's an awesome YouTuber, content creator for the Entropia Universe, and he just recently got a new computer, so his everything kind of looks like my everything now. He is squared away. And he has some pretty good commentaries as well. And he was talking about the same thing, such as is Entropia Universe Gambling, and it's really not. I mean, there's reasons because you gotta understand. You're like sitting here going through a whole lot of this. Yeah, there is some risk involved in like hunting and mining and crafting and stuff like that. I mean, you are expected to lose at least a good 10% of your overall income with every cycled hunt that you do, but you can always actually get that nice profit on a hunt as well. I mean, that's always a possibility. But there will be a drain that does occur, and that is, I guess, usually the fees that go into Mindark's pocket and stuff like that, or some of it goes into, well, I mean, some of the Hall of Fames and stuff like that. I mean, to be completely fair, we just got a Soulmate Azuro for 70 cents and about a $1.55 in shrapnel. Yo, that means we just did really well considering what we're working with right here. And let's go ahead and look. Let's go ahead and look. I'm using my Soulmate Apollo right now, which is right here. Yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. This is from back in the day. It's an SGA edition, so yeah. This has been my baby since I got it for the most part, and I love this thing. And as you can see, it does have a pretty decent markup on it, like 151, which is not bad considering, I mean, it is a low-level weapon. This used to be, the Soul Man Apollo used to be sold in the trade terminal, which is really cool. Also, we're going to be talking about how to play, if for those that don't know. If we can get some live people coming in here asking questions, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to answer some of that. But for the most part, this will be going on to my YouTube channel and all that stuff. So I'm going to just keep on talking like everything's just hunky-dory okay. But here you can see it's 55.5 through 11 damage. I do have it maxed out on everything. I do have some. I do have an amp on it, and I do have a little sight and a laser thing on it, a scope and a laser thing. So this is actually going to be. I mean, from what I'm trying to say is, whenever you have extra stuff like amps and scopes and all that stuff, I'm here to tell you, you are going to get better loots. However, that being said, you're also playing a risk game, and you are going to end up losing, on average, a little bit more, or you'll be getting at least better returns, but you still have to pay all the decay and stuff like that. I mean, that's to be expected. However, whenever you are amped and scoped and all this other stuff, you're going to get better skills, like right through here. And as you can see, I mean, 39 right there, 39 cents, Planet or Project Entropia cents. I mean, if you're just sitting here shooting and you're low level, you're not exactly like brand new. Results may vary. You got to get these skills up, guys. You got to get the skills up, and that will actually help out your loot because you're going to be losing a lot less. in the long run. Let's just say if it's like not maxed out, that means your efficiency is going to be a lot lower than what it should be. And that's something you have to take into consideration. Now, whenever I first started playing this game, I was all gung ho about all sorts of stuff. I thought that, oh well, let's just go ahead and get the biggest gun. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do that. I had no idea what I was doing. Now, here to tell you, anything that has a learning skill increase that says yes or not anymore is things that you should be using. If it says not yet, don't touch it. It's not for you. And if it says never, don't use it. Never use it. However, yes, you can still use it, but you got to understand the risk if you're going to use it, that is. Now, is Entropia Universe Gambling? No, it's not, because if you know what you're doing, you know the risk, and you know exactly what the risks are. I mean, they kind of really do tell you. Like it's been said, I guess, exactly what to expect from like average returns. And the average returns you're going to be getting is about like 85 to 95% return on a hunt. That's like not 100% of what you just put in. You're going to put in 100, you're going to get back 85 to 95%, anywhere between those, at least on like a hunting run or anything like that. But still yet, that's all according to how skilled you are and if you're doing everything right. And to be doing everything right, let's just face it, you have to have some general knowledge of everything. And if you're going to, like, if you're just starting out, guys, like, you got to understand, if you're over here bashing on these punies right here like I'm doing right here, which is probably where you're going to be at whenever you first start out, and it's a great place to be. You're probably going to be just as naked as I am with no armor on, and you're going to be using a weapon that's just like this, and that much is true. And you're going to be absolutely putting in a bunch more shots than I am with these things, and this is a pretty low level weapon. It just so happens it happens to be one of the old school low level weapons. So it's as intended, but it's also amped, which outputs a little bit more damage and lowers the economy of it, really, because it's doing too much damage. But I mean, like I said, you're going to be putting in a lot of stuff in it. So no, it's not technically gambling, because every single thing that you get, you can get more money off of other people for it. Guys, if you want to know how to make money at this game, it's quite simple. Make money off other players. You're not going to beat the house making money doing hunting. You're not going to beat the house. The house will win. The house is mind arc, plain and simple. However, if you can take items from people, not take, but trade items for people, give them a good value, and try to get an even better value from someone else using those items, that's how you're going to be making money. In other words, trading. Anything that, like, let's just face it, like holding stuff, buying stuff, and then reselling that stuff, that's how you make the money in this game. Now, how do those items just spring up out of nowhere? Well, naturally, it's from the hunters, it's from the miners, and it's from those dang pesky crafters that will actually move the economy when they finally decide to buy something and craft something worthwhile. It's true. It's true. So, every single body that plays this game has a certain job to do. Now, if you're just sitting here taking all this stuff that you get out of the loots and stuff like this, like, here we go. This is what we're working with. This is what we've been getting: some animal muscle oil and some shrapnel, and some Nova fragments. I hate these things. I really do. I lost so much money on those things whenever they came out. Sadness, just sadness. But the fact of the matter is, when you trade with other players, when you buy stuff like this, if I was to give these 30 animal oils away, I would hope to at least get a few extra pennies, really. Like, let's just be real. I'd be happy to get a few extra pennies. like if it's through player trade. Now, just so happens, like, there might not be traders out there that are willing to take some of your stuff. Now, usually animal muscle oil and all the animal oils are usually high value, high volume trading assets that you can actually make a little bit of money off of selling it. And you know, if you go out for a hunt long enough, you're going to accumulate enough to actually go and sell it on the auction house yourself for, well, just a couple extra ped at most, really. But still, I mean, the only way you're going to make money is to take these items and just trade with other players. And just when it comes down to the hunting, the mining, and the crafting, take it with a grain of salt that you're not going to you just gotta go. I hate when my phone rings. Dun dun dun. It'd be all right though. Yeah, I can't believe it. I actually got an iPhone now. It's been years. I wanted an iPhone ever since the first one came out. I'm like, yeah. I got one, and then I got Pokemon Go, and then I Pokemon went, and for days now, and well, I don't want to Pokemon Go outside right now because it's, for one, cold, and for two, I've been walking for 4 straight days, maybe 5 straight days, and let me just go ahead and tell you, my feet are sore. I need a break, and hey, exercise is exercise. Am I right? I am absolutely right. But here we go. I mean, we are just hunting through these punies, and we're doing a dang good job at it. It is my hope and my dream that we might actually break a good profit doing this. I know I might not have actually shown anybody what this was, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to see because I had this open right around the beginning of the hunt. So we got like 650 right now in universal ammo, guys. Not to mention, I mean, if you also want to make sure you're making money, you got to get these Arcadia Underground deeds, Calypso Land deeds, because they pay out every day and every week. And look, I got 2241 out of 1, 2, 3 days. It looks like just 3 days of being paid right here. And looks like we might have also, yeah, we've already gotten paid for today. So that's 2241 right there. Boom. And there we go. We got even more. Now we're going to have to wait until Sunday to go ahead and grab these Calypso Land shares. Now you can also do tickets and stuff for events. I mean, that is an option. But keep in mind, it takes money to make money. And we only got still just the one Treasure Island Copper building to sell. But yes, if you have an apartment, you have a shop. Plain and simple. If you have an apartment, you can have a shop. All it takes is to buy shopkeeper pads, which cost like 2,000 PDs. I'm just, it's a little bit expensive, but I mean, so is having a shop. But if you have an apartment, you have a shop. I mean, it's just that simple. Like, there's ways to get around not having a shop, and that's through, you know, having an apartment and advertising it. Like, if you want people to know where to go, you use the ad terminal. It costs like 30 Project Entropia dollars. Yeah, it might sound like a lot, but it will run for a whole month with the other ads, and that's advertising. And I mean, you have to have some sort of property, like a deed to some sort of property to even be able to use it. So if you have an apartment, you can actually use the ad terminal and let people know where you're at to sell your items. If you don't have a property, you can't use the ad terminal. So there you go. But with the use of an ad terminal, all you Twitch streamers, all you YouTubers out there, or if you want to advertise your social media profile, you could actually do that too. But it's your Project Entropia dollars that you're going to be using. Just to make sure, you know, you don't be too obnoxious about it. Like, you don't, I mean, but after all, it is your money. But just keep in mind, I would probably just use it to try to sell some of your items or something like that. Or, you know, a little bit of light advertising for your channels or whatnot. I mean, I do it. I don't know how the community feels about that, but I'll still do it until I am told that I am not allowed to. Which, I don't know, man. I don't know. But, I mean, guys, the whole object is to basically make money in this game and have fun doing it. There's a lot of people that, well, when it comes down to these skills right here that you get, like, yeah, the higher your level at skills, the more skills you'll get, because there's skills that unlock and stuff like that, which is really cool. It just takes a whole long time, and it's gonna take a whole lot of cycled Project Entropia dollars to be able to even be considered like one of the top tiers. However, if you're doing everything right, like, honestly, you can have a low-level weapon and go out here hunting punies like I'm doing right now. And look, I'm getting 27 right there. I mean, we are doing fairly good considering that we're not pumping that, like, what, 3 shots at max? And we have like 32,000 rounds remaining to shoot. I mean, this is just kind of crazy. Look, it's going down so very slow, which is to be expected when you're hunting something so small. And this is about as eco as I can get. I mean, we're hardly even dying, or we're not wearing any armor or anything like that. And it's just, this is great. I mean, you just gotta just do what you gotta do with this game, and it's one of the things I like about it. But the thing is, like, when you're just starting out, I know how hard it is. But I also know that if you're starting out and you have not deposited anything, and you're just working and sweating, and you're going to be this non-depositor, there's going to be moments where you're discouraged, like highly discouraged, because you're working like a job at a sweat factory, literally sucking the sweat off of mobs with your little VSE Mark 1, and you're just going crazy, just getting them all. And it's going to be a little bit discouraging, and then trying to find someone to buy that sweat. It is what it is, guys. I mean, that's why I personally I always deposited. You can play forever with at least 10, 20, 50 ped. It's true. You can play forever at this level right here. Like, you really can. Now, there's also other little places like Fort Lahar. You can go get those Kumbibos. That's probably like the next step up from here, is going after those Kumbibos at Fort Lahar. Fort Lahar, by the way, is right over here, which is due east of Camp Icarus. It's not that far away, really, but it kind of is. It kind of really is. Boom. But, I mean, you just can't be too discouraged, my friends. It's the truth. And, wow, we were actually burning through a lot of these punies. And I had no idea, like, we were on the 5,000 puny hunt, because, I mean, I don't really come here that often. I like hunting the bigger creatures. It's true, I really do. But knowing that, like, I'm, like, at the level that I'm at, and knowing that whenever I did come back, there's just a whole bunch of missions to do. I'm just like, alright. But see, that just means that I'm going to have an even bigger leg up when I complete these missions, because of all those skills that they're going to be giving away for free. Which is really nice, considering that, you know, I've already skilled up some of the ways there. And just now I get an opportunity to get even more skills, which is just great. I just got to remain focused, which is something really hard for me to do. It's the ADHD, guys. I cannot remain focused. However, like, I'm just coming out here, doing my best, and just having fun. Just having fun, guys. It's all that matters. Because if you're not having fun, then why are you doing it, you know? And that's why whenever I do get out here, I want to have fun. I want to do the things that make me happy, because doing things that make me happy, and I want to keep doing it. And right now, like, even if I was losing, I'm gaining in skills. Like, I mean, you can see them. I mean, they're not going crazy with the skills, but we are getting some skills. Hey, why aren't you dead yet? Got him. Like 5 cents here, 5 cents there. We doing good. We doing real good. Ooh, a single shot just knocked him down. And, well, to be completely fair, I think I want to go do some of these barricades over here. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I mean, these things are pretty easy, but I don't even know what these Calypso bone samples are for. That's how bad it is, guys. Like, I don't know missions very well. But I think the mission is out there in Port Atlantis, and we need, like, a whole slew of these things to be able to turn in. But hopefully if we turn in, they'll stop giving me these things. Lol. But I don't know. It is what it is. I think they're tradable. Let's see. Are they tradable? Dun 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 dun. Yeah, it's droppable in PvP. That means it's pretty much tradable. But, I mean, there it is. Like, don't be too apt to... well, I mean, when it comes down to missions, don't be too, like, hey, I have this mission for this mob. And then feel all mad because that mob is gonna just completely tear into you. There's no other mob to do. I mean, you gotta know what your limitations are. And for the most part, yeah, sure, you got missions for certain mobs here or there, right? You got the missions, and then next thing you know you can't do that mob. Don't worry about it. There's a different mob for you. Like, but I would really just consider your skill level before going through anything. If you know that a mob is too tough for you, and if you need a little bit more damage output before you can actually do anything to it, then you might want to come back whenever you got a gun that can do that damage output. And you're not going to be able to go take a newbie gun off to fight something that has a health regen, and you're just going to shoot it once, it's going to regain its health, and then boom. And to even team hunt something like that, probably not even a smart idea if everyone's using the same Lobby gun. You have to upgrade every so often, and if you do upgrade, I would prefer, and I would recommend doing a limited item, even though those things break. I mean, it does. It's true. It will break, and you'll have to get a new one. But for that time period, you're going to be getting a lot of extra skills if you're doing it right, because you gotta make sure it says yes, yes, or not anymore. Before you should even consider using a weapon. If you're using it not anymore, like, you're just 100% going to be getting the 100% maximum efficiency of that weapon, and that's a good thing. Really, okay, you know what? You're making me mad, Mr. Barricade Puny, and now you're not making me mad anymore. How about that? Good stuff. Well, it's just the way it is, guys. It's just the way it is, and there's nothing you can do about it. But you gotta do... I would say you gotta deposit a little something here and there. That's just my personal opinion. I think it changes things a little bit. I mean, if there's, like, X amount of people taken out of the game versus people putting into the game... I mean, granted, it's going to take you a long time to get up to the point where you can take out of the game as a non-depositor, but that's not to say you can't, and you can. Oh, yes, you can, but it takes a lot of work. And to be completely fair, by doing that work, you are providing a very vital service to the economy of Entropia Universe. That much I know for truth, because if you're a trader, and for you guys interested in, like, hey, how do you make money? Be a trader, and even that, throw in a little bit of money. That way you know you can get something out of it. Buy in bulk, buy off people that are just selling stuff. Encourage people to come to you. Be like, hey, I'm buying whatever you're selling. And then offer them a decent deal. Don't don't get too greedy, but you can't go under TT value, because that is an incredibly big no-no, because you always got to at least pay something extra on top of TT value or TT value itself. Now, what I would recommend, this is my business model that I'm gonna go ahead and share it with you, because I'm not trading right now. But I would get your hands on as much shrapnel as you can and trade with that, because let's just face it, would people rather have ammo to go out to hunt some more? If that's the case, then give them shrapnel instead, and then you can trade TT value for TT value, because shrapnel gives off a 101. So shrapnel is already 101%. Like 100% is 101%, because it gives universal ammo at 101%. I mean, you just take a look right here. Well, somewhere. Or something. What's going on here? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we got to deal with the shrapnel. Shrapnel is what we're looking for. All right, so yeah. So you see the conversion rate? It's 100 to 101. So that pretty much means the markup on shrapnel should be 101. Plain and simple, 101. Just there it is. And that's the conversion rate. And that's the markup on shrapnel. It literally just tells you shrapnel is a markup of 101. Really and truthfully. So I would trade with that at a one-to-one basis, because I mean, if you're gonna be getting something for TT value, there you go. And give them in universal ammo. That way they have a little bit extra ammo, and then boom, you are able to basically sell whatever you just got off of them for higher than 101, maybe 102, and that way you make some money and they get a good fair shake, a good fair deal, in my opinion. I mean, I would be down for that. And that's just something to consider about making a little bit of money on the side. And then even so, you can also probably buy shrapnel off these hunters at probably, I would say buy it at a 101 rate, to be completely fair. Or you can try to see if you can't get it for lower than that, but I mean, you're not going to get it for lower than TT value, I'll tell you that. But I mean, that just feels wrong to me, to be, just to let you know, it just feels just a little bit wrong to me. But I mean, to each their own. I'm not here to run your business. I'm just here to give you some ideas about how to run it. And I hope that works out for you, if that's what you're going to be interested in doing. I know everyone's like, oh, can you make a lot of money from hunting? I don't think you can. I really don't. Sure, you might be able to get like a nice, good old, every once in a while, a nice big old hoff or something like that, or one of your hunts might prove to be very profitable, but in the long run, probably not. No, not really. It's all about what you get as a loot and how you sell that loot back to the whole economy and stuff like that. So, I mean, just think about it like that. I mean, because if you're thinking about it in terms of a casino, you're going to lose. The house always wins. Period. The end. Mind Arc will always take your money. They're happy to take your money. So you got to find ways to invest your money wisely, or, you know, play the hunting game for fun, for skills, to get certain items out of the natural Calypso or the natural whatever planet you're on world, so you can give it to the crafters who need to craft whatever. And now when it comes down to crafting, I'm here to tell you, yeah, you're gonna have to drop a lot of money into that just to be able to start crafting something really nice. Because I'm here to tell you, I whenever I came back to the game this last year, I started crafting sand runners. Actually, truthfully, they're pretty easy to make. However, to make them at full TT value, you need a nice bunch of metal residue or some sort of thing to put it up to a max TT value, and even that in and of itself, I mean, to get that much, you're probably gonna have to craft explosive projectiles. I was lucky enough to have explosive projectiles already up to 100% for just the first blueprint. Then I had to level up this blueprint number 2 for explosive projectiles to 100%. And then I finally got blueprint number 3, and the cost to click ratio went up by like at least a whole heck of a lot. It went from like we're dealing with two PECs per click to like 200 PECs per click, which is like what two Project Entropia bucks per click. Yeah, it gets that crazy. And yeah, with stuff like that, yeah, you're probably gonna lose a little bit up until the point where it's at 100%, and you can just make sure you do it every single time at a good percentage. And even then, you're still going to, on average, lose a little bit. And that's just how it works. And with the fact that everyone does these things to play it like a casino, and they complain about losing and stuff like that, are they actually selling the metal residue at a markup? I don't know. Are they actually selling the explosive projectiles at a markup? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what those markets look like. I don't really feel like going into those markets right now because I have no actual want or need to craft those things right now, because primarily I want to work on my hunting skills. Hunting to me is more fun than mining and more fun than crafting. And that might just mean that, you know, I mean, let's just face it, like, people are going to want to watch a hunting video over you just sitting there crafting. Let's just go there. Or, I mean, now, when it comes down to, like, Serial Overdrive, he does mining videos, and I've seen some from some other people as well. And it's a great format for a video where you can just talk and just chill. I mean, that's actually kind of cool. So if you're looking at doing stuff like that, and like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Me personally, I like hunting and talking at the same time. To me, it's a little bit exciting because you never know what might pop up into that upper left-hand corner right over here. And I just love it when I get them swirlies. Them swirlies make me happy too, boy. Oh yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. You got to try to do what you gotta do to make that money nicely. And yeah. So I don't know if we're gonna have any questions today. It makes me kind of sad, and maybe we are having some, and I just don't know about it yet. Let's check this out. We're gonna look. All right. So now I know that we have a couple of viewers live right now. So let's see if they say anything. All right, so we just got 61 cents and 2 cents and more 2 cents. So, I mean, we are getting some very ratherly large loots coming off these guys. But for the most part, every time we were getting like 2 PCs, that we are actually losing maybe like 2 shots, which is like 4. On average right now, it's taking like 3 shots to take these things out. Which is, well, let's take a look at the ammo burn, shall we? Because I keep forgetting myself. Our current ammo burn is right around 200, which is kind of cool. All right, good stuff. All right, so we've actually covered is Entropia Universe Gambling, and we will continue to cover that. And the answer to me is no. But the real thing is, if you're looking to make money, you have to put in work. Don't put in a hunt. Hunting's not going to get you money. Crafting's not going to get... Well, actually, crafting might get you money. But if you're going to be a crafter, you can't play this for free. You're gonna have to put in money. That's just, I mean, honestly, like, that's the only way to be a crafter. You have to be a depositor, just plain and simple. And you have to treat that like a business. Like, you have to know where all the losses will come from, take that risk, and then just try to sell. a big part of it is selling, knowing how to sell, when to sell, how much to sell it for. I mean, that's how you make your money in this game. Is selling. It's the economy. That's how you make your money. Not through hunting and trying to chase after that big old global. Now, sure, every once in a while, dreams will be achieved, goals will be reached, and luck will surround you and swirl around you and up into the air. But that don't happen very often, so don't count on that if you're going to try to think that that's going to make you money, because it's not. Like I said, and I'll say it again, if you want to make money in this game, you have to put in the work and trade and be a part of the economy. And if you don't know how to do that, economies are really easy. It's buy low, sell high. There you go. Buy low, sell high. I mean, that's the basis. Anyone can do it. Like, I mean, let's just face it. Like, everyone knows how to make money like that. It's always about buying low and selling high, and taking that little bit of profit. And that when you take that little bit of profit, then that's yours. You made that. Like, you made that little bit of profit, but it takes a little bit of money to even be able to sell an item. Like say this gun that I just got, this Solomeda Zero. Like, how much is this thing? It's 290%. It's probably like double what it is. Like, probably sell it for like 2 PEDs or something like that. And somebody's gonna buy it, and then the only thing is you could sell this for its original value of 70 cents. 70 Project Entropia cents. You can sell it for that much. You could. But then you would just be giving away potential profit. Why? When you can just sell it for like maybe one Planet Entropia $1. Or, you know, I mean, you can sell it for, you know, make a little bit of extra off of it. And then that 30 cents that you just made, that's your profit. There you go. I mean, it's kind of pretty much that simple. And you do that with any item in this game. And some items are worth more than others. There's some items that people are willing to pay. Like, I'll give you an item that I was willing to pay for. And I'll show you. This bad boy right here. It's a Slipner MK1 Unlimited. And let's go ahead and take a look at this. It's unlimited, and boom, boom, boom. There you go. All of that. And let's just go ahead and look at the market value. And not gonna lie here, you see where it pretty much says 1,394. That's around what I paid for it. Like, seriously, that is pretty much what I paid for this thing. 1,000. That's $130, guys. I paid that happily. I paid that $130 for a ship that, unfortunately, like, if it was like one of the other ships that are limited, would have sold for a tenth of that, really. But I wanted to own something that not very many people have, which is an unlimited Slipner. I wanted that, and then someone's like, "Hey, you want to sell that thing for like about the same as what you just like?" "No, I want to keep it." "Well, I'll offer you double." Like, "No, I want to keep it." I mean, I bought it. I make the price, and right now it's priceless to me. I don't want to sell it to anyone for almost any price. But if somebody comes along and they're like, "Hey, I'll give you 10,000 PEDs for that," and I'll be like, "Okay, here, there you go," and that would be like pretty much a $900 profit or something. Like, I mean, there you have it. I mean, like, but see, you got to try to identify items, or just buy an item that you like, and you don't have to sell it. I mean, that is what gives items value. Like, let's just be real. Like, that's like, players in this game give items value, and that's so very true. You know, it just depends on how much an item is worth to you versus how much an item is worth to someone else. I mean, it's basically humanity. Now, if there's a lot of people that say, oh, that item is only worth like this much, but you think it's worth more, and you try to put it up on the market and no one buys it, then obviously your price is wrong. However, if somebody buys it, then your price is right. So it all depends on what everyone else thinks versus what you think. And that's why you have the auction house, to find out what the actual price of an item is. And that's kind of why I'm a little bit different when it comes down to market house, the auction house, and how to sell things and stuff like that. Because everyone says, well, this is my price and this is my buyout price, and that's final, no minimum bid. Boom, it's either my price or no sell. Which I don't always agree with that, but sometimes I do. Especially with most of the stackable consumable items, such as the animal muscle oil and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you want to kind of keep those prices low, because I mean, it is a staple of crafters. And a lot of items that are like staples of crafters, you're gonna want to price those kind of low, because I mean, you don't want to push too much upon the crafters and stuff like that. But see, the thing is, even crafters can get lucky, and even crafters can global. But just because they're globaling doesn't mean that they're making money. Like, they could be losing a lot of their money, and we just not know it. And just because they might global for like, or they might HOF or anything like that, and it's shown to everyone, it's like, oh my god, it's that dude, he's just always HOFing, he's always making money. And that might not be the case. Like, there's like a whole lot of clicks that they could have went through, and that one global, that one HOF is just got them that much further from like not losing everything. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, everything is a slight risk. So if you are going to be crafting anything in this game, make sure that whenever you do, you're crafting to be able to sell it later. Like, let's just be real, and you gotta hopefully sell it. And if you don't sell it, then everything's lost. That's why you should probably have like shopkeepers and stuff like that, an apartment to sell things in. Maybe just advertise a little bit here and there. Take that into account. And I mean, of course, when you have a whole bunch of new players that don't know all of this stuff, and they just look and they're like, I don't know what that means. And that right there is the saddest thing ever, because the new players that come into this game and they don't know what's going on, because people aren't teaching them the simple stuff, or people want them to believe that you can become a hunter and make all sorts of money in this game just from hunting. It's a lie. It's not true. The way you make money in this game is through other players, plain and simple. And to make money through other players, it has to be trading. Like, that's the only way. Or, you know, land ownership or something like that. You can't do it through hunting and all that stuff. Now, don't get it wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to. Dun dun dun. But, oh no. Ugh. I can't do it. I don't wanna. But I mean, that's just the reality of it, guys. You got to make that money off other players, plain and simple. And that kind of in itself answers the whole question of, is Entropia gambling or not? No, it's not. However, you gotta know that the reason people are going out and hunting, the reason people are going out and mining, and the reason people are actually doing some crafting is so we can have our economy working. So if there's a need for animal muscle oil, guess where people will go to get it? Right around here. The drops for animal muscle oil is great. And you can get all sorts of animal muscle oils from the players that are playing right here, right now, doing this. And naturally, you know, for the upper end of players, they're getting most of their animal muscle oil they're dropping it on the auction house, and people are buying and selling there. So you got to buy and sell. That's how it works. That's how you're gonna get your money. So I hope I've helped you guys out. I mean, let's just be real. We've been shooting punies. We've probably killed like almost coming up on maybe 250 of them. Maybe, I don't know. We've been hunting these punies. This has been great. I hope I've taught you guys something. That would just make my day. Like, let's just be real. Like, maybe I've cleared some things up with you, or any of the following. You know, but unfortunately we didn't have a lot of people coming in and chatting with us today, so I don't know what to say. It makes me sad. It makes me sad. But I guess nobody wants to talk to poor little old me. But I guess maybe next time we might actually have some people. But then again, I don't really have a nice big set schedule of when I actually live stream. You know, I really should. I really should. That way people will know. I'm horrible. I'm terrible. I know. But, you know, I do primarily just do most of my things off of YouTube. And I hope people will actually like, share, and subscribe. And, like, literally, like the video. And share it out to other people playing. And subscribe. So that way, if I make another video that's really awesome, y'all be able to come and watch that. And y'all know all about it, like, from the get-go. And I think maybe, well, I think we're going to go ahead and see what we have done so far with this hunt. I think we've done pretty good. And, man, I'm telling you, my money supply is just going up and up and up. I haven't actually deposited in a while. And we're still working with the same amount of ammo as we've had. And that's actually pretty good. So let's go ahead and see what we got. We're going to visit the repair terminal. And 773 right there. And I bet you most of it's coming off of that right there. I guess we had a few swings that we've done with this. Yeah, just a few pecks right there. And that's good. That's good. It's very good. So there you go. A little bit of something there. And let's go ahead and take a look right here. And I guess 28 and -7, and let's see, I guess we had, ooh, did we lose? I think we lost a little bit. Oh no. Well, I guess that's okay though, because like then there'll be like a whole bunch of other people out there. They'll probably make it. They'll get it back. They'll get it for me. But this has been actually pretty fun, and it's not that bad. Oh, actually, what we got here? Ooh, 342. And I guess we can just go ahead and take this 25 shrapnel and just throw it back into the mix. Cause like I said, I'm actually just gonna be out here hunting. I'm gonna try to get all my money in Entropia through hunting right now. Like I'm gonna do the exact opposite of what I was trying to teach you guys, and I'm gonna chase after that next big old Hall of Fame. And I don't know why, but I hope it works out. Is it gambling? I don't know, man. I don't know, but I mean, I play for fun. So, and you're not really gonna see me whine and complain if I lose it all. Because I mean, honestly, I know that there's a slight drain on it, and if it gets too bad, I'll just go ahead and convert everything to PED and throw it into the Arcadia Underground deeds, so I don't have to touch it, and I'll be like, yeah, there you go, I'm good. We'll just wait a couple of days and then we'll go do another puny hunt. Guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, deuces. Oh, press the button, it's gonna end the video. Bye.